Days go by, and as seasonal challenges come and go, more and more Bright Dust just happens to show up in your inventory, and there's always a reason to spend that on Eververse items. Now, starting from the top, we get a few other things, mostly new, believe it or not, this time around. The first being a shader known as Lucid, which, if I could guess what this is supposed to be, it's supposed to be the Lucent Brood coloring for the Hive, but for Guardians. That's the best guess I can think of. It's a lot of light green tones, but mostly bone-ish look, which is very much like the Lucent Hive. But then next is a transmat that's available. It's the Ditote transmat if you want your Guardian to pop out of a pill. And a ship new to this season, Constellation Tracer, which I already checked before you do. It does look good in its natural state, but it doesn't really do much when it comes to testing shaders, because the glow either fades or it just kind of stops happening, but it doesn't really change with shaders. It just kind of halfway meshes with them before staying blue anyways. So if you wanted something hard red, it would still be blue, even if it doesn't even show up as red. So, you know, that's a thing. As well as Canopus trireme, which is a sparrow that I picked up on one occasion, but, you know, it's hard to say whether or not this is from. I thought it was Prophecy, but it's still a nice looking sparrow just overall. So, you know, if you wish to get a sparrow that's not always on time, that's not a bad choice. But moving into the Bright Dust and getting to the important stuff, shaders, Metropolitan Acoustics, which is pretty much Green Power Rangers slash Nickelodeon the shader, if you so want an idea of where that's from. Probably better looking on guns, as it's more green and blue. Solid colors always look a little bit better on guns. Byzantium Lotus, a dark, deep purple that does look pretty good, not too bad, which does often remind me of welded brass for an idea of original shaders. Now, next one, Copper Brand. It's almost the exact same thing, but orange, brown, and tan for the color palette, with some metallic brownish orange as well as yellow undertones. Now, this one doesn't look half bad on armor, but it might look a little bit better on guns if you were going for a burnt solar vibe. And one new shader, Trinity, which is grayish green with some metallics to it, which I might also recommend for armor and guns just because of the look of this. It's great for silver armor and green undertones, especially if you're looking to make, you know, specific color palette looks for your Guardians. Now, for transmats, the Plesiohedral State, which is basically Tetris the transmat, as well as Harpy's Cry, which is Vault of Glass Oracle the transmat, as well as Siva Emergence, which is Siva Egg the transmat. But into some of the more important stuff, Spring Showers, which is an old emote that is returned once again, which is pretty much just your Guardian moping at some rain before it eventually goes away. And the next one is Tada, which is one of those Infinity ones that I might see every single content creator on YouTube start to use just because of the pose your Guardian hits, and it actually hits it for a while. But not infinite, as it does eventually end once you press it. And Off-Road Shell, a ghost shell for the Jeep brand ghost shell, as well as the Terran sidecar, which honestly, if I ever wanted to go something other than always on time, it wouldn't be this, but even more wouldn't be this, just because one of the headlights are out and blinking, and holy crap would that get to me eventually. But next, a important one, Desolation Diver Mark. This one is basically the class item for all classes out of the Void armor set. So if you wanted the cloak that has the bow on the back for the hunter, or the Void Warlock bond that is pretty much just shaping Void energy, I would recommend that you visit Eververse and grab those on whatever character that you want them for, specifically the class, because all class items are available for this week. As well as Gunker, a Gallahorn ornament that is available. It's the kind of military version as opposed to special tribute gun version. So, you know, there's that. And definitely, lastly, we have a stasis projection for our ghosts. Now, that was everything available with the week that's available for Bright Dust. If you want any of the things there, that is available until next Tuesday, and I would recommend you actually do check to see if you can afford it, because even if you've been accidentally completing seasonal challenges, you should have a healthy helping of Bright Dust that didn't really know that was there, but it now is. With that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video.
Stop being concerned, no chances keep on passing us by.